to another episode of 100 Proof Official. If you missed episode 1 by chance, be sure to tune in and see exactly how my oil pan ended up like this right here. And if you missed episode 2, be sure to check that out as well. You can see exactly how we assembled this B20 Vtec, how to delete ABS, and how to wire in Vtec, and all kinds of other really detailed goodies. In this week's episode, we will probably be most likely dropping this motor in and hopefully driving this car down the road.
Absolutely. Oh, and Nate, what's this? What do you got there, Spencer? What is this? Before we get too deep into this, I want to tell you guys about something that I'm really excited about, and it is not only a set of drop forks, but a free set of drop forks. And listen, it's so easy to win this. All you gotta do, subscribe to our channel, like this video, and comment on our Instagram when you're done. And a free, absolutely free set of MTC billet drop forks. We're gonna ship them right to your door. And listen, if you'd rather have something else, that's cool too. Let us know, and we're gonna set you up with a $259 voucher to anything on our website. So, what are you waiting for? Let's go. So the motor is in. We've got Nate over here hooking up some of the wiring. As you can see here, we've got our Vtec plug that we ran right off of the engine harness, and he's hooking it into the chassis harness. Boom. So that all looks good. We still got to drop the axles in, bolt up the header, bolt up the shift linkage. We'll burn a chip to this ECU. Drop in our brand new Skunk 2 Alpha Series radiator. We've got some slim fans. We've got a little bit of work to do. But then this thing is gonna be ready to start. All right, so the axles are in. We've got the exhaust hooked up, the fuel line's hooked up. We are almost ready to crank this thing over. But before we do, we've got to get a base map loaded on the ECU. So we're gonna head over to the shop, load that thing up, and then we are gonna hear how this thing sounds for the very first time. Let's burn a chip. Here we go. First thing you're gonna wanna do, obviously, is pull the cover off your ECU. Next, we're gonna unlatch this. And this is gonna let us remove our chip. We're gonna set this in the Motes burner. This is the Burn 2. Boom, snap that in. Now, this little tab is gonna be facing up, and as you can see, it's got written here, chip aligned with bottom. So that all looks good. We're gonna open up Chrome. And then we're gonna open up the base map for Nate's swap. Gonna remove our checksum routine here. That looks good. We're just gonna briefly glance over our options and make sure everything is how we left it, and it is. So now we are just going to burn this to the chip. ROM data successfully written. That's what you want to see. Exit out. Let's put it back in the ECU. Again, with the notch towards the handle. Go ahead and shut that latch. We'll put the cover on. Let's go start this thing. All right, so we're back in the shop and we've got our ECU. We're actually just gonna go ahead and crank this thing over without it and build a little oil pressure without flooding the cylinders with fuel and unnecessarily starting it, or accidentally starting it, I should say. All right, Nate, go ahead and turn this thing over. Let's see how she sounds. She dead?
Battery's dead.
Oh no.
No crank.
Golly.
We got dash lights though.
Oh man, we're gonna have to charge this thing up. We're gonna try again here in a minute. So, as you could probably tell, I forgot to charge the battery. But it's been sitting overnight. It's day 2, so we're gonna actually just try and crank this thing over with a fresh battery and get some oil pressure built up. Make sure everything sounds good. And if it does, we're gonna plug the computer in and start this thing. Do it one more time. All right, let's do it. Let's do it. We had a slight issue we noticed after we cranked it over. There was a leak on a regulator, so we had to swap that guy out for the factory regulator, and we are now going to proceed to start this thing for the very first time. So, Nate, you ready?
Ready. Here we go.
Right there, fellas. This is what dreams are made of, I'm pretty sure. That is beautiful. That is beautiful. A little paint burning off the header. Yeah, that is it. That is it. All right, let's get this thing back together, man. I want to drive this thing. Yeah. What do you say?
I want to drive. Let's go, baby.
That's it.
All right, folks, as you can see, the B20 Vtec is in the Integra. We went to start her up, and unfortunately, sounds like there might be a slight issue. As she warmed up a little bit more, we realized that it actually has a knock. It's unfortunate, but it happens sometimes when you get in depth with building these vehicles. You get what you believe is to be a good running motor, and come to find out it's not. Next step here is to diagnose the issue and see how bad it is, decide whether we're gonna send it off to a machine shop to be machined or just get a new block altogether. But please stay tuned and check out our next episode to find out exactly what we do decide to do. There is a little bit of a silver lining to this unfortunate situation, and I'm gonna let Spencer tell you a little bit about it.
Yeah, Nate's right. We're actually giving away a set of billet dropforks absolutely free. So even though this time our luck wasn't great, one of you guys is gonna be absolutely thrilled with their luck when they receive this set of dropforks in the mail or a $259 credit to our store. Don't forget, subscribe and please like this video if you like this content and want to see more of it. And then if you've had a similar experience, you or your friends, just leave us a comment down below and talk to us about it. We'd love to hear about it. We'll see you guys on the next one.